going over pull-up technique here. Pull-ups are actually a pretty complex movement. They're a really common goal for a lot of people, so we're going to go over it in some detail. Just as an aside, we say pull-ups typically mean hands this way, so palms away from you, and chin-ups are palms towards you. They're pretty similar. We like to progress people to a pull-up because it recruits more of the lat and the back muscles. Typically people at first can do chin-ups a little bit easier because they're used to using their bicep. That'll focus more on the bicep, and they're not used to engaging their back. So we'll occasionally throw in some chin-ups to work some good bicep strength, but then the back is a lot bigger muscles that we typically want to hit on. So first, a couple setup things off the bar. So we want to think of a couple things. First is core engagement. So we don't want to have what we call extension faults at the back. We don't want to have kind of like an ugly spine position. We want to imagine that we're like diving into a pool, like a streamlined position, where I have a hollow, meaning I got some engagement in the core and a nice kind of soft curve from head to toe. So when I'm up on the bar, I'm going to keep my abs on and my toes 6 to 12 inches in front of me. So that is then I'm going to be here in kind of this position, where that's going to actually give me some more strength and stability as I pull up and down. As you fatigue, we don't want to lose that because that can lead to some irritation of the low back actually, or the neck, or it can put the shoulder in a weird spot. So we're going to maintain that core integrity the whole time. The second thing is at the top, we want to feel the back muscles. This is going to make it actually easier for you to do more pull-ups over time because the muscles in the back are huge. So how we feel this, actually, I have people do this before you get on a bar, is we're going to have hands up and you want to imagine you're pulling down. You can do this with me. You want to pull like you're opening your chest up and squeezing your elbows back behind you. So that should get you to feel your lats and rhomboids and traps in the back, where you're really pulling open, shoulder is coming back behind you, everything is kind of pulling back. So when I'm at the top of the pull-up, I actually don't want to be aiming for chin over the bar, because then I'm kind of like there and I'm in this position, which if I do this off the bar, like this does not look good or comfortable. But if I'm pulling bar, aiming for my chest, I can have a lot better alignment and a lot better engagement. So that's point number 2. Point number 3 is shoulder position at the bottom when arms are straight. And you can do this again with me off the bar. We don't want to be hanging with the bicep by the ear, because then I'm just hanging on my shoulder ligaments. We want to stay retracted, so without bending my elbows, meaning I'm not doing this, I can work some scapular elevation, retraction, and depression. And I want to be here. That's my stable foundation for pulling. So when I hang on the bar, you can do some drills called scap pull-ups where I'm here. I don't want to be here because I'm hanging on my shoulder ligaments. So I want to pull away, and this is now my start and finish position. But notice I did that without bending my elbows. So we want to be able to find that. Okay, so we got our 3 considerations, and the final one is grip. So there's 2 ways to grip the bar. One is with thumb over, like that. The other is sometimes we call a monkey grip, where the thumb is going to be on top of the bar. Either is just fine. If you're working on grip strength, getting your thumb around the bar can help get a stronger grip. If you have pretty decent grip strength, some people can feel their lats a little better with thumb over the bar. So experiment, see what you have a preference for, and if you have not felt your lats in pull-ups before, you might try that monkey grip. And getting a little chalk can be nice. Having chalk can improve your grip, which can actually improve your muscle activation. So just a light dusting of some chalk. All right, so with those setup things, we're finally on to the pull-up. So I'm going to get on there. My grip is going to be just outside my shoulders. I typically don't want to be too narrow or too wide for standard training, just here. Then I'm going to get my setup position at the bottom. I'm going to use a monkey grip here. So my setup is not here, but toes forward away from my ears. And then I'm going to pull, and I'm going to aim for my chest. Even if I don't get there, that's what I'm aiming for. Big squeeze at the top, down slower than I come up. Big squeeze at the top, down slower than when I come up. So you'll notice a couple things. One, at the top, my chin is actually pretty far behind the bar. I'm like 4 to 6 inches away from the bar up here. That again is going to set my hollow position, it's going to keep my core engaged, and it's going to allow me to better recruit the back. And I want a brief pause at the top. That's when I'm really pulling and feeling the back muscles. So pull, feel the back, down slower than you come up. I say it that way because when we're first working strict pull-ups, we want to build not just strength, but control. It's great to get your chin over the bar that first time, but we don't want it to look really ugly like that, because that's going to be a weird position to train in long term. So after you've gotten your first 1 or 2, let's practice some good technique fundamentals and build some good slow, controlled strength and endurance.